actually brings up the top people that actually have a chance to become president. This challenge has really showed us that, people from the Caribbean can actually compete with people from outside because the internet is a level playing field. Everything on the internet is accessible to anyone. So once you have access to that, you can really build on these types of things. And we just raise the surface of what these APIs can do because it's so deep. It goes way beyond what any normal coder could do. These are super machines. These are machines that build on top of information from themselves. So it's always changing. It's always coming up, exactly like how this website is. It's dynamic. That's a true presentation.
Let's have at least one question, because I know they might not be two.
I have a comment. If the time is too long, feel free to just end early because your presentation was really good. And the clock still says 5 minutes, you were really good. So just FYI.
All right, thanks.
Any questions? No questions? Well, let's give it up for Team C.O.D.E, Team Data Side Companies. So up next, we have a pretty interesting team leader. Again, each team consisted of 3 members. And so we have Team Aptastic from Suriname, but only one person was able to make it, so he communicated with his members online. Which is pretty interesting because all the rest of the team had their members supporting them, but he was here, and the only way he communicated with his members was online, was virtually. So let us give it up for Team Aptastic from Suriname.
Sound test.
Sound test?
Okay, great.
So, as was mentioned earlier, I'm from Suriname, and we represent Team Aptastic. And 2 of our other teammates didn't have the visa, so we had to find a solution. And T-Mail came to our aid and said, "Hey, you can use our facilities." So my 2 other teammates lived for 2 days in T-Mail, and we made the application that we're going to show today to you, and with a lot of challenges. Okay. I guess. Oh, can you go over it? Yeah. No. Okay, no worry. You can put it. So Could you stand up with me? Oh, everyone. Remain standing if you support and or love what PyData and CANTO are doing. You can also applaud. Remain standing if you own a mobile phone. Okay. Remain standing if that mobile phone that you own is an Android phone. Okay. That's really interesting because and you can sit down now. You just saw the majority of the crowd in here using Android phones. And in the Caribbean, it's much more. It's like 70–80% of the people using Android phones. So our immediate approach to solve this challenge was to build a native Android application. Native because, hey, you get the purest experience possible. And for a hacker's point of view, we can push the phone to its limit. So that was really interesting for us. I'm going to try to demo the app. Please work. Yeah. We call the app the NSA because actually what you need to do is you need to predict the election, and I thought we thought it was a job for the NSA. So this is the mobile application running, and let me just put it back. So in the challenge, we use the camera to make a photo and then submit it to Alchemy, and it would return information on that person. For the hackathon, we said, hey, we need to bring that a step further. We need to bring it in real time. So the first step was to create face detection. So Jurgen, I'm gonna are we seeing you? Let me see. Let me start again. Yeah. No, just look. Yeah. So it detects the face, and yeah, it's an app in development. So this is what happens. Let me just start it up again. Well, so face detection works. So the next step was, okay, let's give information to the user. So I asked Hillary to volunteer for me. So she came to the aid. So let's see what kind Hillary, if the system recognized, okay? It's searching, yeah. It's still searching. Hillary, are you there? Maybe because I'm moving. I'm really moving my hands. Okay. Well, because I'm actually moving my hands too much, I have another solution. Yeah. Okay. Detect it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So at a demo, it actually works. Okay. Oh, yeah, got it. You see that? And immediately, blue is for Democrat, red is for Republican. And that accuracy number over there is, the higher it is, the accurate it is. So now I'm going to try to find out more about Hillary. I just clicked on the I and it provided me with more information. So that's Hillary. And that's not Hillary? Oh, yeah. That's probably something for the API to be fixed. Okay, I probably used all of the API keys just now, but this is the part that in the news where you get all the top 3 articles surrounding Hillary and the top 3 negative articles surrounding her. And we actually went a step further, tell the search engine or tell the Alchemy to go look for our other articles regarding a campaign or announcement for the last 3 months. And that's what it did. I'm going to change the API key real fast. Let's see. Work with me. Other thing is that we want to have a list of all the candidates, right? And these are all the candidates running list, and we all immediately rank them. Let me see what Trump has to offer. That is, so this is the current. This is one positive article regarding him, and this is regarding the campaign. So, how did we approach this? Obviously, this was a totally different approach that we want to handle it, because we want to build a robot, a smart system that could, in real time, provide you information. And in the back end, we built an API and told Alchemy API, Alchemy, go look for information and put it in our API and present it to them. So that's what we accomplished. And obviously there are some tweaks, etc., but we managed to do that most of the time. As all robots, they need to be taught more. But this is what we accomplished in 48 hours. And yeah, I really am proud of my team. I don't have a photo of them shown right now, the PowerPoint, but I am really thankful to everyone, to PyData and CANTO DSS for this opportunity, and also C.O.D.E for hosting us at T-Mail, because without them, wouldn't be able to stand here and present this application to you built in 48 hours. So I hope you enjoyed it.
I'm sure there are questions. Any questions? All right, so we have 2 questions. So we have our young entrepreneur over here. Can you tell me the question and I'll repeat it. All right.
Is it already available for downloading on the Play Store?
Good question. Should I elaborate on that? Oh, sorry. So there are 2 things. As you saw, I had to change the API keys, right? We received a limited amount of API calls that we can handle. So we can either do 2 things. We partner with IBM, and and then we can put it online, or we just efficiently make our algorithm that it doesn't need to make a lot of calls. So those are 2 approaches. But to answer the question, not now, but hey, you never know what happens in the future, man.
All right, thank you for answering that question 2.
Okay, so it seems that you have some data binding issues, that the app doesn't populate all the data. What do you think is the issue there?
So the last part, okay, this is what happened. We had a different a bio system where we actually use other APIs, and those APIs would feed us that information, and it was like that. But and the last 12 hours, we actually found a magical moment where, hey, this is not the reason why we should use alchemy. The reason was that we need to build an artificial intelligence system. So the last 12 hours has been on spending on this. We didn't accomplish it immediately, but the issue could probably be that at the last moment, you can't separate 0 from 1 at the last moment. So it was just tiredness. Yeah.
All right, everyone, let's give it up for Team Fantastic from Suriname. At this time, we have our final team. Team Jamrock from Jamaica, and this is a pretty interesting team because this was the only team that had one young lady. And I really want to make that known because we really need females in the ICT sector. And not only in the ICT sector, but we really need the females to come up and step up to the plate. So we want to give Team Jamrock from Jamaica a big round of applause. Team Jamrock.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Good. My name is Shamir Sadler. I'm from Jamaica, and I'm the team leader for Team Jamrock. I have 2 awesome teammates. We definitely bonded for the last 48 hours. That's David Nesbitt in the back, and my lovely sister that they called out. She's the only female in the competition, and she's in the back. So, what is this competition about? Right? It's for us, and what it meant for Team Jamrock was using artificial intelligence to help shape the world. It's the way forward. It's about providing useful data to someone based on what you look for on Instagram or what you tweet. Do I have similar interests here? How can I provide data that will help this person live a better life, have a better life, and just overall improve the quality of life? It's about giving you information before you even ask for it. Google does a really good job at this already, but there's tons and tons of ways in which we could use this. And we'll show you the example that we did today, which was the 2016 presidential elections. When we got the problem, we thought, okay, what's the main things to focus on? We wanted a very simple solution, something that would scale, so it had to be scalable, and it had to be sociable. Sociable for us means social media integrations and being able to interact with the app, interact with users that use the app, interact with users that don't even have the app. So the 3 S's. And that was really important for us. And we use that as a driving force going forward and actually building this application. So we'll go ahead and move on to the demo. So we'll show you what we come up with. I hope you guys like it. It's a web app. So I'll introduce to you Politician. This is our app, and I'll always refer to our 3 S's while I walk you through the app. We talked about simple. Simple for us means a good user interface, something that's easy to navigate. You get there, you know exactly what you could get from it, and it's very, very intuitive. And that was very important for us. So we wanted to give that. So as you can see, we have the countdown for the elections. We have the different menus at the top. And for example, you want to know what's going on in the polls. So we hit polls. Right now we have a view of Democrats, Republicans, the graph, where they are. And we pulled this through various different web sources and different APIs, coupling it with Watson tools and Alchemy tools to present useful information to whoever is on the app at that specific point in time. If you even wanted to drill deeper into a specific candidate, you could even go one step further. So say, for example, I wanted to know about Hillary, right? Since Hillary is the person of the day. So we drill deeper into Hillary, where we have a biography of Hillary. We talk about positive and negative vibes. So that was one of the challenges we had, and we definitely wanted to highlight positive and negative stuff that's going on between blogs, news articles, etc. on Hillary at a specific point in time. We also to be a bit sociable, so we added a tweet widget if you wanted to see what people were saying about Hillary, what's trending about Hillary, and if you wanted to ask Hillary a question, you could go ahead and do that. So we coupled that into one space, and again, where we wanted to point out simple and easy to use. So let's touch on my second S, which was scalable. And when I talk about scalable, I was referring to, it doesn't matter how many users are on the app, what region your app is being used in, or the culture, it doesn't matter what region. But this is what I mentioned when I talk about scalable. I introduced it to something we worked on after the fact, and we wanted to present to you. This is Trini Elect. Now, if anybody knows that Trinidad election is going on right now, and my team was super excited because we're doing 2016 elections for the United States, but we're just curious to see if we could even do something for the Caribbean, just a little bit. So Trinidad elections is coming up in September, and we said, you know what, this could also be fit for Trinidad. So we came up with politician for the Trinidad elections, and it's the same exact interface, and we talk about scalability, we talk about usability, reusability. This is what we were talking about, and this was our second S. If you hit on polls, right, you see the candidates here. This is for Trinidad. This is past and currently running, and these are some of the standings that we pulled from Alchemy. Of course, we didn't get as much information as we'd love on the internet about these candidates and which we could parse, and we didn't have as much time to really dig deeper into these candidates. But we just wanted to show that the app could be reused, and we could actually step into different regions, step into different countries, and actually make this possible. So that was our Trini Elect version of politician. All right. So the third S that we wanted to go about was social, or social media aspect. So we have a couple stuff. Now we have some cool stuff. Anybody interacting with the app, we're coupling this with artificial intelligence smart data. So we're pushing data to the user, but at the same time, the user can interact with the app. Any successful app today, you need someone, it needs to be interactive, right? You need someone to keep coming back for some reason or another, or you need them to feel like they're a part of it. So I introduced you to something we call face-off. Face-off is you can pick any two candidates you want at any point in time. And basically you pull data from different places to populate different things about like the leadership skills or whatever it might be. But at the same time, you can add your input to it. So you can be like, oh, I want to give Hillary a high integrity score or a high leadership score or whatever it may be. You know, you submit that. Right? And yeah, we'll submit it. Sorry, I didn't give you a better pop-up box. I'm sorry. Right? But okay. Right? And then, you know, we get the next two. We get two other candidates that we can face off with. And it's a very interactive thing. You know, while you're getting information, you're actually interacting with the user at the same time. We find that, you know, we might actually get people to dig deeper on candidates, really find out, okay, do you want to see who's popular so you can follow who's popular? Or do you want to kind of know about somebody else who might be at the bottom, but you might end up supporting them because you support their views, support their ideas, stuff like that. So something interactive, something social, face off. The next aspect of it is the chat. So we have a chat forum that we said we wanted for politicians. And it's about trends. So whatever is trending at that time, we could use the alchemy tool, we could use stuff online to find out what's trending, and then you could talk based on what is trending at that specific point in time. So you could go ahead and talk to different users and stuff. I mean, in the future, of course, we'll have user authentication on the site, and if you have user authentication, you'll have usernames, etc., and it will be much more personable. But right now, it's random users. You can just post the chat based on what's trending. You could ask questions, etc. The last aspect of our social aspect was events. So we also troll the website for events. One of the beautiful things we could do is basically parse websites, etc., get information for it. And we said, okay, what are the events leading up to the election? Because again, like I said, we wanted to provide you information in which you could actually use to interact. If you wanted to go and see someone speak, if you wanted to queue up your TV or record something because an event is coming on, you should be able to do that. You should be able to track stuff. You should be able to, again, interact with the app, and the app gives you information at the same time. Sorry for this long list. Next time I'll put it in pagination or infinite scroll or something like that. But yeah. And the last aspect of our app that we love, and I hope you guys like it so far, is the search. We have an advanced search functionality. It's very simple, but it does show us the power of what you could actually do. In version 1 of our app, we went on with facial recognition. So whether it's uploading a picture or inserting a URL of a picture, but it will do facial recognition on that specific picture and basically gives you all the information back about that particular candidate. The biography, the age, gender, where they are in the polls, stuff like that. So this is our advanced search functionality. And again, this is just a small aspect of what we could do here. We could go much more. We could do much more. Like you saw Optastic for us, they have a mobile implementation where they're using facial recognition on their phone, right? This is just, again, a tip of the iceberg for what we can do with artificial intelligence and what we can do with the Alchemy and Watson tools provided to us. Thanks to Mr. E.J. Saunders for providing those tools and platforms for us. Team Jamrock, we enjoyed the 48 hours that we spent on this. We did a version 1. I wish I uploaded it so I could show you, but we definitely went up and about to try and provide an app that we think people will use. We called it Politician. We thought it was catchy. We created a spiffy logo for it as well. And yeah, we definitely tried to have some fun with the project. And we definitely tried to do something that we think would sell and that we think that users would actually embrace. And that's the only reason why we went with the approach we did. Again, thanks to Pi Data, and thanks to everybody for putting this on. Team Jamrock, we're really, really appreciative of the opportunity. And
well, let's give it up for Team Jamrock from Jamaica. I want to give all the 5 teams that came up here a big round of applause, and we're going to do it in a few simply because it took bravery to come up here. And second of all, they're all tired, and it took strength to, come here and just present to you all. So let's give all the 5 teams a big, big round of applause. Up next, we have 2 individuals from the Pi Data executive team. We have Sergio Pena, who is the C1 founder of Pi Data, and we also have Gianna Corey, who is the Chief Operations Officer of Pi Data. And they're going to be giving us some of the behind-the-scenes information the opportunities and the challenges with this hackathon, and a few announcements. So let's put our hands together as we invite them both on stage.
Good afternoon. You guys hear me? You know, and one more mic.
Kawaka,
Waka.
how's everything?
Guys, first of all, I just want us to put our hands together for the innovators that really came up here and did an amazing job. Please stand together. We had Team Aptastic, Team Adapt for Suriname. We had Belize from Beta Side. After the judges go in to deliberate the final decision. We had Team from Beta Side, we had C.O.D.E from Belize, and Jamrock. Now, I know most of you guys wondering, man, like, what did it really take to put this event together? I must tell you, it was a challenge. It was not easy. In order to create something that has never been done before, you have to overcome some hurdles and obstacles that it's just part of the process. So I want to kind of take you in a little bit and dig a little bit deep on some of the experiences that we've had, some of the opportunities that we had, and the scalability of what's happening right now, right? First of all, I go by the name, for those who don't know, I go by the name of Sergio Pengo. I'm from Suriname, but I live in Atlanta, Georgia. And one of the things that really made me excited about this, because so often you hear about Jamaica. Give it up for Jamaica for leading the Caribbean innovation. So often you hear about Silicon Valley when you think of technology. But not really you hear about Trinidad and Tobago, or Belize, or Antigua, or St. Vincent. But I guarantee you, we have an amazing innovators in those countries. Through this process, what we've done is we set up a mass search. Where Domo Simo Sanchez, the gentleman, gave us an opportunity to really take a chance at putting this event together. We put on the right search to evaluate innovators within the Caribbean. I must first tell you, we had over 36 innovators apply, who were qualified, who had the skills to really compete on this level for this event. Please give it up for innovators in the Caribbean. Now, if you look at this platform and you look at the Alchemy presentation and the network they're working with, it's something new. It's something different. This is not PHP and C++ that you normally kind of hear developing a normal mobile application. This was very extensive. It required a learning curve for individuals to really understand or pretty much take their coding game to the next level. So for the first week, when we launched, we had the application. This is what we looked for. We looked for a team of individuals who had a diverse skill and are able to work together. That was success. We had over 12 teams who qualified for that process. Then we put them into a demo process. We open up the API to really give them the backend infrastructure to, one, learn the code, learn the structure. And I'm going to tell you, we were impressed by the individuals, especially those 5 you've seen here today, that really took it, learned in about a week on how to modify and optimize what they normally do to really cater to it, and then produce something in a short period of time to develop an application that they first initially started. When that happened, we then had them a pitch. We gave them a pitch. The pitch was done virtually. We used a really cool platform that Mr. Saunders had launched, and we evaluated these candidates based on the quality of their UI UX. For those who don't know what UI UX is, user interface, user experience. For my non-technical people, If you saw the cool things in the video that is moving around and all that graphic stuff, it's really a UI, user interface. And the user experience is making it very easy and simple to use, that if a person is A6 without any computer skills, or a person that's 12 are able to utilize it and be able to get or navigate to the website or the mobile platform the same way. Number three, the ability to work together. Right? One of the real cool things about working together shows that if I know how to design, I might be the developer. What kind of developer? We have developers who have certain skills, we have others who may not. So the importance of the team building was to diversify your skill and build a team that complements your weaknesses. All right? And number three is being able to handle pressure. Handling pressure. And one of the things, as you can see in the past 48 hours, bringing individuals here was a lot of pressure. It was a lot of, it was just coding in 40 hours with no sleep and making sure that it works, plenty of iterations, and making sure that the final product is produced. Now, I know some of you guys wondering, I like some of the stuff, and others say, you know what, it was really good. But I tell you guys, if you understand what really happened today, if you understand the technology that really was developed today, it is just simply amazing to see our talent in Belize, in Suriname, and in Jamaica that are able to use a state-of-the-art. We're looking at a 21st century platform that half of the population, maybe 9% of the population in America is not using yet on that level. Right? So give it up for individuals like yourself who are really able to handle that kind of platform. Now, before I get into how we prepare and the educational aspect of it, and pass it on to John to elaborate on some of the things we're working on to make sure that we raise the roof, so to speak, raise the level of education, so that individuals who may be a little bit behind to understand how to take it and how to surround themselves with innovators to step and learn from each other. Last but not least, the event for the 48 hours you experienced downstairs was simply an eye-opener. What I mean by that is when you see teams like Betaside, and you see a team like C.O.D.E or Aptastic, and you see the talent pool that's around you, what that does becomes and creates a competitive environment, which is conducive for innovation. Then you learn obstacles that other teams face that they may not necessarily understand. What we've done is provide real high-level coaches, individuals who understand the platform, to help navigate through those small stumbling blocks to be able to create a platform in 48 hours that is simply 3 to 4 months ready for launch and is scalable. What that means is if you support and fund, for example, a platform like, we'll take Jamrock, for example, the last platform that took place, to truly develop this platform out. Think about how much solutions it can provide for individuals in the country like Trinidad, right? Or to scale it out to the United States or to Europe, where a Caribbean product that was made by innovators in the Caribbean now being used on a global platform. Job opportunities, it creates and promotes more innovation. Government officials are now be able to reach their masses on a more solely basis. So I know Trinidad is running for the next election. You'll be able to utilize a platform like this, optimize it for your personal race. You invest thousands of dollars in campaigning. You can now input this information into this platform, invest $10,000, $20,000 to use that API, optimize it for yourself, and now able to reach the direct consumers, trend it, and now study their behavior of what they are looking for to best market yourself. This could happen in business. This could happen in schools, universities. Any leadership or business opportunities that individuals are looking to build and scale, a platform like this at its infancy, is something that you can take in, develop, and now really make money for the Caribbean community. So please understand that this is just the small piece of what is possible and how big we can become. Now, we have several individuals throughout the Caribbean who are really excited about this opportunity. The feedback has been just tremendous. The experience for the individuals here has just been wonderful. And going back, I've received several Facebook and emails about individuals, millennials, young individuals from Antigua or St. Vincent. They're on the verge, right? They're like almost there. They may not be ready yet, but they're almost there. And my message today is to talk about those who are almost there. Government officials, leaders that attend here who show interest, that understand that innovation and the future of innovation is very important. Why not? Why not take those individuals that are almost there and develop an educational platform that we are actually already doing and working on, that Gianna's going to elaborate on, to help raise the level of Caribbean innovation in a more practical way. So listen very closely, understand the environment and the scalability of how we can make this bigger and bigger and bigger, where we can have individuals from all over the world come back to the Caribbean, individuals who are like myself, who are from Suriname, who live overseas, come back to the Caribbean to give back and create homemade innovation. With that, folks, I really thank you, and I pass it over to Gianna Curry.
Thank you, Sergio. As always, Sergio has definitely made it clear through a step-by-step basis what we've gone through. My face might look a little bit tired because I feel like I was hacking too for 3 days. What these guys have done throughout the 3-day process, the 2-day process, exchanging shifts and working side by side to create something is definitely something that is of great value, and we definitely appreciate that, and you all should appreciate that. Looking towards the future, Pi-Data is looking towards educating individuals. I want to take an example. The wheel was created through innovation, through thinking outside of the box. In order to create the wheel, where today faster than the speed of sound, and that all started with the concept of thinking like a circle. And that happened because we went far beyond the status quo and what was expected of us. Something so simple like a wheel that can make people travel very simple, it needs to be flexible. And without any knowledge of what their final products would have been, in 2 days, these individuals made something that you could use and you could interact with. And the most important thing is information. Because the more information we have, the more information we have access to, the more we're free to set ourselves outside of the box in a comfort zone and define the wheel. And we need to define the wheel. I'm not talking about the Caribbean only. I'm just thinking bigger picture. And it needs to start somewhere. In Pi Data, we've started something called U for 2020. It's a very simple concept. It's very simple. U stands for Youth Organized University. And what that means is that in a casual way, young individuals can ask to what we call champions, Caribbean champions of innovation. And not just their hometowns, but in other countries, from their peers and people relatable. And we want to make that easy. We want to make that information easy to access and for people to ask questions, because at the end of the day, you guys made a product. Looking towards the future. A product is made because there's a need for it. This is relevant to 2016, but if you think about it, elections are everywhere. Elections are in our countries, in the Caribbean, everywhere. Everywhere you have some type of a system that is endless. So one of the teams made a great point that this is not only relevant to the US, but also to our own countries, and think further than that. This is just one small example of what a group of individuals can do in 2 days. Everyone needs help. It's very competitive out there, and everyone needs help. And if you break away the box and have people think freely and give them that space that they can work in, and push them, because we've pushed these individuals to the extremes. We've pushed ourselves to the thing. You know, we can definitely create something wonderful and beautiful. So with that being said, U for 2020 stands for Youth Organized University. And by the year 2020, we want to have established an entity like that within the Caribbean, and maybe even beyond. So I really want to have a call to action to go on our website, pidata.co, and sign up. If you like what you've seen here today, if you like what they have developed, and you would like to see another concept developed, or give people the opportunity to develop even more and just see what comes out of it, maybe we might invent the next wheel. So that's a little bit about U for 2020 and where we want to go within 5 years and beyond.
Now, as the judges are deliberating the final decisions, the teams are back there really excited. The momentum, the anticipation is building up. We wanted to acknowledge a few people, but also understand that it takes a family to raise innovation. It takes a family to truly build something special. And when CANTO first provided us the opportunity to bring young people together, we had our youth from Suriname and really had an opportunity to show what a local platform in Suriname can do. One of the things we discovered of the success was because of an incubator. We went through every leaf and coral and banana plant you can think of in the Caribbean. And I'm gonna tell you guys, we saw 1 or 2 solid incubators that truly house and home innovation. From our ministers, from our individuals, leaders in the Caribbean, what is an incubator? An incubator is an environment where innovation happens, but it is supported with the tools and the team and the leadership to help support it. Simply said, an accelerator helps that idea that's already been molded to move it from what normally would take 2 to 3 years within a 60-day period of time. Think here with me. If we take in 5 countries in the next 5 years, I won't say the names of the countries, but let's say 5 countries in the Caribbean in the next 5 years, and we focus on developing 5 top leading incubators. What that will do is it will create innovation, but it will have a support system that connect us and develop the scalable opportunity for our market. We have 5 teams to come today. Next year, you can get 10 teams to come together today. The wheel starts turning. The next year, you can get 15 teams to come together today. The wheels start turning. But how does that happen? Between point A and point B, there has to be a process that helps promote that innovation and build it up. So one of the ones I want to acknowledge is T-Mill. T-Mill out of Suriname. T-Mill, for those who don't know, is one of the leading incubators in the Caribbean. Why? If you look at their environment, if you look at what they produced in innovators, if you saw Adapt and Aptastic today, you realize that certain skill like that normally is not developed. But today, you can see applications, you can see mobile, web applications that are now been modified because of innovation. Last but not least, in Belize, we have another a platform called Beltray. One of the individuals who really want to house and promote more competitions like this that are really developing in the region. Why not say, in my country, whether it's St. Vincent or Antigua or Bahamas, why not develop a small platform that is not just solely in my country, but is connected with other incubators to help bring together and finally bring us as Caribbean people together to really build the next platform. Folks, innovation or change started with one person. Today, you experience change. You experience change on a whole new level. And I want to challenge you with this message that if you go back home and you know some individuals, some youth that are really trying to build change, let us know. We're going to house them, bring them in, and really help develop to grow and incubate their innovation and their process to help compete and strengthen our Caribbean diaspora. Before we make the final decisions and the announcements for the winners, I would like to acknowledge a person that saw the change and was not afraid to take a risk. Ms. Rakady Frazier, Secretary General of CANTO, saw Gianno, William, and myself kind of huddling up in the back of one of the conferences to really talk about what could we do. And one of the things she really acknowledged said, hey, you guys are the future. We're talking, you might see a person like Derek Curry come by and say, hey, you guys are the future. What it does is it builds and instills that awareness that if we can come together, we can create something special here. And because she took the steps to lead, she took the steps to give us the opportunity, she took the steps to help and support what we had, today you're seeing the start of the wheels being turned. So be optimistic, understand that it's a process, but before she goes on and really retires and enjoys the rest of her career, we want to acknowledge her for her work, for her dedication, for her service that she's instilled here. So Ms. Rakady, if we can call you up here, please. And guys, as she walks up, please put her hands together for her as she walks up. What's that, 11 or 12 years? 11 years? 11 years of service. 11 years of service. 11 years of service that 11 years of service that has days, months, years of putting events together for CANTO, but not afraid to take a chance and to take a risk. If you take a risk, something new can happen. If you do the same thing, you don't grow. So, Ms. Fraser, we want to just thank you for your service. We want to thank you for dedicating yourself to building and giving back to the future. And most importantly, to be a woman. Women in technology, women in leadership, that you continue to give back to the future and millennials for years to come. Your work and sacrifice will never be forgotten and will be the foundation of future of innovations to come. So thank you so much for your service.
Thank you.
I would like to say one last thing. If you look at CANTO's Secretariat, where I felt like I was a part of for 3 years, there are a lot of young people there, and that means a lot. One of our team members, our core team members, Jamie, comes also out of CANTO. And I just want to say thank you.
Very well. All I want to say, I give this gentleman just the opportunity, a listening ear. I introduced them to the board, to CANTO. They had proposals, and all we did some conflict with them. They have to say and ask the board to listen to their proposals and give them an opportunity. That's all I did. So thank you very much for recognizing that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you excited? Are you guys ready? Yeah. Oh, come on. We don't want to win tonight? Team Jamrock, can I hear you? Oh, man, that was all right. That was all right. One more time. Team Jamrock, can I hear you? Team Bayside, can I hear you? Oh man, come on, I know you got them coded for 48 hours. One more time. Team Bayside, can I hear you? Woo! All right, we got Team C.O.D.E, can I hear you? Team Optustic, can I hear you? And Team Deaf, can I hear you? Change starts with one person. It can. Today started with 5 teams. Think where we're going. Think what we can do next. Think Caribbean innovation. With that, I want to pass it over to our master of ceremony out of Belize, who, by the way, started with a video competition. And now he's the MC for the first regional hackathon, Mr. William Marlowe.
Woo! I'm excited. Are you?
Yes, yes.
Come on, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up.
Let's stand up.
This is the big moment. Stand up, stand up, stand up. All right. You all have been, I know you all are tired, you all are sleeping, but this is the big moment and we gotta wake up a little bit. All right, so I usually have my little exercise that we do. It's gonna be quick, right? Left hand, move it. Left hand, move it. Move it. Right hand, move it. Move it. Left foot. Right foot. Left foot. Now do the wiggle. Everyone, do the wiggle. Shake up, wake up, do the wiggle. All right. Please be seated. In this envelope, I have the 3rd place winner. But before I make the announcement, I want to mention something. We have 5 teams that came here to Miami, that worked very hard, 48 hours, but unfortunately, not all teams will be able to walk home with a prize. But we want to let them know that all of them are winners. that all of them are winners. Even though you might not walk home with a prize today, you are winners, and you all did a great job. You all did a fantastic job. So now, are you all ready for the third place winner? How should I open it? Let me turn around. Third place goes to the team. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's go. Third place goes to the team all the way from Belize, Venezuela. Here's the team to come up and receive their award. Give it up for Team Venezuela.
Where's the music?
Where's the music?
Third place.
Well, third, can you hear me? Third place winners get a plaque, and they each get our Best Buy $300 gift certificate. So each Best Buy $300 gift certificate for each member of the team.
Congratulations.
I think Best Buy is open until about 10 o'clock. So, can I get a picture with you?
Yeah. Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Team Venezuela. That's the team from Belize. And now, second place. Second place. Come on. Second place goes out to the team all the way from the land of the free, Team Belize, Team C.O.D.E. Come on, Team C.O.D.E. Team C.O.D.E. Second place at the CANTO Code 1.0. And they're warming up in style.
Second place gets a plaque, obviously, and they get $500 each gift certificate from Best Buy. So, thank you. Congratulations.
And now, moment of truth. The first place winner. Team And Jamaica guys, come on, team. All the way from Jamaica. Congratulations, Team Jamrock. Yes, man, number one, in style. Team Jamrock from Jamaica.
I'm happy to say.
Oh, there's so many people.
I'm happy to say that.
Hello,
It's just life.
Mr. DJ.
It's live.
The DJ must be from Jamaica, he's so excited. I'm happy to say that all of the teams did very well. And the team Jamrock stood out for standing up for the crowd. They got a plaque for first place. I'd like to give it to the team. They each got a Best Buy $500 gift certificate. So there's one for you. One for you. There's one for you. And this gentleman is so excited. He's already got the other gift. They each got a MacBook Air laptop, each one of them. So I'd like to give the latest one. And there's another one over here. There's another laptop. Oh, we got the laptop already. Yeah, so they all got a laptop and the Best Buy gift certificate and a plaque. We'd like to thank them for participating. It was an amazing team. And like I said to you earlier, I'm just proud to be a part of it. Congratulations.
At this time, we want to invite all the teams on stage. All the teams on mic. Hello. All the teams on stage, or below stage, or in front.
If they're all on
Take a
stage,
picture.
then that
Yes.
is.
Let them take a picture. All right. Testing 1, 2, 3. So again, on the stage, yeah. Again, we want to congratulate the first, second, and third place champions. Not everyone gets to walk home with a prize, but at least they walk home with something important.
It's live. It's live.
All the teams could be lined up for a picture, please. We are lined up for a picture. Before we take the picture, I just want you all to just stand up and give all the teams a big round of applause, please. We all did a good job.
All right, we'll take a team picture together. CANTO code 1.0 on 3. I will say it, code 1.0 on 3. CANTO code 1.0 on 3 for a picture together as a family. 1, 2, 3. CANTO code 1.0. All right.
All right, we're going to take a selfie.
CANTO 5.0.
Vernon, you got us? You got a picture?
All right, guys, we got to bundle up. We got to bundle up.
Family, 48 hours recording. We should family.
All right, are we all together? Everyone in the picture? All right, 1, 2. No, man.
Still fine. Position.
What is that?
He got too excited.
We got it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
One more.
And 10. All right.
All right, we're going to ask at this time for everybody who was here to come, please come to the front. We got a selfie stick finally came in. Everybody's here, please come to the front. Yes. So come to the front, please. Everybody come to the front. Come to the front, come to the front, come to the front, please. You're the one on the stage. Everybody walk to the front.
DJ.
Everybody in the back, you please walk to the front. If you care to be part of the selfie. Come on in, come on in. Come on. This is an innovation picture right here. All right, so Jack, you're gonna be on the stage, right? Come on. We'll face this way. So facing the stage, facing the stage. Facing the stage. Facing the stage. Facing the stage.
Everybody face the stage.
Face the stage.
It's actually easier.
Yeah, facing the stage. Come on. There you go. No matter what island you're from, no matter what country you're from, we're all family. So we're gonna say family on 3. Caribbean family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Caribbean family!
On 3.
One more time. 1, 2, 3. Caribbean family! All right, one crazy one from Facebook, right? We'll jump up with the hands in the air and a smiling face. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Thank
Hey, congratulations to all the teams.
Go hard or don't go at all.
While we're shaking hands and congratulating the team, special thank you to CANTO board, the board of directors, to the Julian Wilkins. Thank you so much for allowing us to do this. We really appreciate the opportunity, and we look forward to having many more after the program. Thank you so much. To the secretariat, thank you so much for working with us, allowing us.
It has been live streamed.
The future is very bright. We really appreciate it. Teresa, I give my shout out to the working team, Teresa, with Katie, Jimmy, Yan, Trisha, I'm in trouble. All the secretariat team, thank you so much. To those